show is about to begin.
Well, hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I'm your host, Boss Kitty. You guys get me on this lovely Friday, once again with no makeup on, because I have a little bit of an outbreak going on. Plus, I am allergic to... I'm allergic to the fig milk, I guess, that comes off a tree, the sap. And I got a little bit on my face over here, so it's a little irritated right there. And on this side over here as well. And so that irritation's still going away, but it's better for me just not to put anything on my face than to irritate it even more than it already is. So you just get me all exhausted. Well, I'm not exhausted. I am tired, but I wouldn't say that I'm exhausted today. It's Friday though, so congratulations on that. Cheers. Lovely water. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty. Yeah, double BK for a hot second there, right? $400 worth of yarn from Knit Picks this morning just because he wanted to. Oh, crochet, that's so sweet. Elizabeth, I hope that your son feels better. I think you were the one that said that you were lurking because you got a kiddo that's sick. Hi, Moonbow. Also, Elizabeth, congratulations on over 10 years, 10 years being sober. That's fantastic. So let's real quickly just throw some confetti out. And Steffi, we believe in you and your journey, even if it is your second attempt. Fig sap is something else. It is. I think that maybe TK mentioned that he thinks that the fig tree and the rubber tree are related, a rubber plant are related because people who are allergic to, what's it called? Yeah, you guys, latex, tend to be allergic to the sap off of a fig tree, and I am allergic to latex. So we learned that the hard way. The other day when I first did the first harvest off the tree, like that stuff was all over my hands. It was on my neck and everything. And when you're in the sun, it makes it worse. So I came in, I was just welted. It was miserable. Totally worth it though. So I try to be a little more careful. But you know, it comes and goes. I hope you all have had a wonderful week. I hope that you get to celebrate the end of the week with a lovely, lovely weekend. If you're a patron, it is a double whammy for you. You get a show tonight and you get a show tomorrow. I have warped the loom, not very well, so we'll see how it goes. It doesn't want to stay taut. I used a paper bag for my paper. I'm kind of regretting my choices there, but we're going to struggle through it together. So it might be an hour and a half of hot mess. It might not. We'll see what happens. That's tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time right here on Boss Kitty Live. You just head over to patreon.com/Boss Kitty. Sign up if you're not already signed up, and then you'll receive a link in Patreon with the super secret YouTube link for you guys. No, seriously, there's a lot of things in life I didn't take seriously the first time around. Almost in marriage, but I've only been married once. Am I allergic to latex? Yes. It's the milkweed. Yes, I am allergic to latex. Equals not same. Steffi, same. Oh, Roxanne, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. That is very exciting. I hope you have a wonderful birthday. All the birthday shenanigans. I hope they're great for you. I hope you get to go out, have an exciting time. You get all the goodies that you want. Yeah, all of it. So, tonight is going to be our final Tour de Fleece. Look at this. Like, I didn't even do my hair, really. You guys get, like, all the silvery, crazy stuff in the back tonight. It's Friday. We're just going to chill and relax. So I might be home by then, but maybe not. That's okay, Melanie, because there's always the VOD. So it's our final Tour de Fleece tonight. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to count up the yardage that I have so far. We're going to try to finish up the green that I have on Bumble. Maybe ply it. I don't know if I'll have enough time. So that's kind of what the vibe is tonight. Pretty chill. We'll just see how it goes. So let's get started. 2 strays let inside, and they both gave birth a few. Oh my gosh, crochet, that's a lot. Okay, so I did not spin nearly as much as I had intended to this year. And I think that always happens. Like, just things get, you know, kind of busy and a little chaotic, and you do what you got to do. So everything that I spun, though, not including this, no, this included actually, everything is 3-ply. Everything. So we're going to go ahead and count up our yardage, and then we're going to multiply it by 3, because I feel like you should be able to, when you're counting your yardage, you should do single ply, not the final piece. I don't count my ply as yardage as well. Some people do, but I feel like that goes by so fast that you don't really, for me, I don't count it, but a lot of people do. So the nitty naughty that I use is exactly 1 yard around, which means that I can unskein these, all right, like so. And from here all the way around is 1 yard. So logistically, I should be able to just count each one of these pieces, and then that would be how many yards I have. But I want to show each of these off. So this was the noob that I had, the Malabrigo, I think. Noob, is that right? You guys will know. TK got me this for my birthday, or no, for the holidays, same thing. And it was the first thing I applied for the tour. And I did it as a chain, it's the first thing I spun for the tour, and then I did it as a chain ply. And I really like how it turned out. It has been washed at this. I think it's been washed. Has it been washed? No, it hasn't. Have you been washed, or did I just wash the other ones? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can't remember if I washed these. Oh my gosh, this is going to drive me crazy. There's a very good chance I haven't washed these yet. I don't think I have. I don't think any of the stuff that I did for the tour has actually been washed yet. But that's okay. So we're just going to go through and we're going to count these. And so there's going to be a lot of counting going on. So there's 2 right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's kind of an estimate. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. There's 3, 5, so that's 15. It's 20. We've got 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So exciting, right? 55, 60, 5, 70, 5. That's 80. So there's 80 right there in my hand. 83, 85, 87, 88. That's 90, 92, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. That's 100 right there. So we're at 100 right now. Hi, Nick Cat. So now we'll go back to singles. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, boop, 17, 18, 19, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40. There we go. 43, 45. We're at 150 at this point. So 155, 160, 165, 170. So exciting. 75, 80, 2, 4, 5, 85, 90. Wow, you guys. 2, 4, 6, 8. That is 200 right there in my hand. So this is what we've got left. We've got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We have 217 yards worth of a 3-ply chain on here. 217. So let's get a calculator out. We're going to take 217 We're going to multiply that by 3 because I changed 3, right? So there's 3 ply there. It's a 3 ply. So I did 3 times that amount, which means this skein had so with this skein I spun up 651 yards of fiber is the idea there. It's 4 ounces. So we're gonna get this back into its little tiny nubby twisted skein. Somebody's got to do it. So there we go. We've got that one right there, 217 or for the full yardage. Or if we really want to think about it, it's it's closer to, in the, you know, for my own personal pat on the back, 651. So we'll do this one next because it's going to be much less. There's, I think, 5 ounces here. It's very, very chunky. It's very bulky. This is hand dyed by yours truly. It's very purple, and I do expect that when I wash this, there will be some bleed because it is so vibrant. But I will tell you that when I was spinning it, it did not come off of my fingers, which is always a plus. And it does have the ombre fade effect. So you've got like all the dark stuff over here, and it goes into this lighter stuff. And this is the same. So this is a yard all the way around. So we would just count, and it also is a 3 ply because I changed it on itself. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 32, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. This is going to be much faster. 42, 44, 46, 48, 50, 2, 4, 6, 8, 60, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we've got 68 yards here. A very, very, very chunky yarn. 5 ounces and it's only 68 yards. But remember, it is a 3-chain ply. Gosh, it's so bulky. There we go. It is a 3-chain ply, which means we're going to multiply that. Since I've already got stuff in here, though, we're just going to add it like 3 times. So 68. Oh, crap. What did I just do? Hold on. 217 times 3 plus 68 plus 68 plus 68. So we're at a total of 855 yards. Not a lot, actually, for Tour de Fleece, but that's okay. We've got one more to go, and then we've got what I'm working on tonight. You're worried about your coworker. You should have called me to check in by now, and nothing so far. You could, how about, have you tried calling him or texting him just to see how he's doing? Funnel cloud yesterday, too small for a twister. Oh my gosh, be safe indeed. I'm surprised you guys have internet access, honestly. So this is the same lovely mint green here that I used. It's a BFL that I dyed. And then we had a tub of Joy that was in like a really pale blue color. And I added that to this. Now this is a 3-ply as well, but it is not a chain 3-ply. So I did not ply it on itself. I took 3 different bobbins. 2 of them had this on it. One of them had this tub of floof, which is like 50 grams, I think. And then I applied all 3 of those together, and that's how we did that. So you end up with this really lovely yarn where the majority of it is this minty green fluffy BFL, but then you have this kind of silky sheen of white silvery blue that goes through it. And I am absolutely in love with how this turned out. So once again, whole yard right there. So we're going to go ahead and count our strings, our bits of yarn here, our ply. You know what I'm trying to say. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 2, 4, 6, 8, 20. 2, 5, 7, 9, 30. 34, 37, 39, 40. 2, 4, 6, 8, 50, 4, 6, 8, 60. So that's 60 right there. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 70. And we got this chunk right here. That's 73, 75, 77, 79, 80, 2, 4, 6, 8, 90 technically right there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 100. So this is 100 in my hand right here. I know the green is just so lovely. It turned out much better than I anticipated it would. I am not centered. There we go. So now we're going to go back to our singles. So this is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70. So we have 173 yards right here. Hut, hut. 173 yards. Oh my gosh, you guys, you can see all that ruddy down here too. It's so sad. So with 173 yards so far, not including what I am I'm spinning up right now, plus 173 3 times over, I'm at 1,374 yards of spinning. Okay. And that comes, so 1,374, and that comes out to, this is 4 ounces, this was 5, this was 4, so we're at like 17, I think, 17 ounces, 1,375 yards. Not bad for somebody who didn't spin nearly as much as she can. But you know what I'm actually really, really proud of with this tour? It's funny, is everything that I did before the tour, prepping for it, getting my bobbins empty, like there was a ton of yarn that I had to get off my bobbins, and this has all been washed. I've actually processed all of this. But I am so proud of what came off my bobbins. Like it forced me to go through everything that was on there and just ply it up. So this is stuff that we worked on here on the show on Bumble. It's just a basic white BFL. And then we had that weird kind of tequila looking BFL that we plied it with that was really fun and exciting. It kind of looks like a popsicle. And that's just a double ply. This is a triple ply technically, but it was interesting the way I did this. There's not very much of this here. So this is a color called Portland Sky. And then it was very, very, very fine. And I plied it with more of that white BFL that was much chunkier. And then I took more of the Portland Sky and over-plied it basically. But look at how it turned out. Isn't that beautiful? I'm so in love with this. Thank you, Sierra. And you work, and you have a garden, and you dye yarn. Those are all true things. This was from actually a few years ago, and I finally got it washed up and set. This is an alpaca silk blend. I'm not very happy with the fiber itself. I didn't like the way it spun up. I did this on my Lundrum. It was before I had my electric spindle, but it's still really pretty, and I think this will be really pretty to weave with eventually. It's also incredibly heavy. We sneaky snuck in extra yarn finishes by clearing bobbins. This seems to be the #1 comment I've been hearing so far, right? And then this was, I don't remember what this is. This is a silk BFL blend actually, that I got from, I don't remember who, green something. Anyway, I love their stuff. I love getting their stuff. It's always really lovely. And this has got a 3 chain ply on it as well. It's one of my favorites to do because you get to keep your colors together, which is a lot of fun. And then you guys watched me spin this up. This is also BFL. This is the one that was those really bright colors that I dyed up and that we just kind of fell in love with. And I love how it turned out. Even washed, it looks and smells so good. It's going to be a lot of fun. Well, I don't know what we'll do with it. There's not a ton of anything here, but we can weave with it. We can knit or crochet with it, but we'll figure it out together. Black and white looking. Oh yeah, there you go. It's the first doctor because it's black and white. It's the first and second doctor. That's the other thing I've been doing is I've been dyeing yarn for box sets. You guys, the final box of yarn for the box sets came in today. So woohoo for that. If you don't have your box set yet, we really appreciate you guys being so patient. As a small business, and I'm going to post about this too, but as a small business, we sometimes make choices that we look back on and we're like, oh, you know, we should have done that differently. So we've always, with our box sets, because we're afraid that we won't sell enough of them to cover costs, we always have yarn on hand, but we don't dye it up other than those initial 4 skeins of each colorway until after people have ordered. We're pretty confident at this point that we can sell a certain amount of box sets each year. So they're pretty popular. So I think moving forward, what TK and I have decided is that we're going to have a set amount that are dyed in advance, like 2 dozen. And then we will have yarn on hand for another however many, so that the idea is that we can keep them available for a full month for everybody, but we don't have to wait and then order yarn at the end of that month and wait for the yarn to come in to make those extra orders work. We can just dye them as they're coming in, which will be incredibly helpful. It means we'll get it out. It means we don't have to extend out to 8 weeks, which is not something we really want to do. So this has certainly been a learning process. If you haven't received your box set yet, one of the things we're doing is we are putting a button and a sticker in each one of those sets, just as a thank you for your patience. We appreciate it. Okay. You guys want to actually, I bet, oh, we're so past time for the wheel. I'm so sorry. We're going to go ahead and get to the wheel right now. You might finish. You might indeed. It is Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups time for sure. Let's go ahead and get over here and see who our first contestant is going to be. And it is Steffi. Oh my gosh, congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Get on down here. Here's our beautiful, beautiful wheel, Steffi. And let's see. There's so much cool stuff on here. It's on dad jokes right now, which is funny because we did not stop on dad jokes. So I don't know what the wheel is doing right now. But I'll tell you guys something, okay? If we get through this night and there's been no dad joke at the end of the night, I'll play a dad joke just for the fuck of it. So we've got free shipping, both international and domestic. We've got dad jokes, adjunct animal sounds, Ravelry patterns for $5 or $10, Blinky rolls where you might win some free yarn, merch codes for free buttons and stickers, game over, and yarn tarot. So Steffi, I'm going to go ahead and give you a happy Friday, and we're going to spin this wheel for you, see what happens. Hey, that's a Ravelry pattern for $10.
Congratulations, you're a winner!
Freaking awesome. Man, the wheel has been out for blood lately. This is fantastic. So Steffi, all you need to do is you need to go on Ravelry, pick out any pattern you want that is $10 or less in USA monies. And then message me privately on Discord with a link to the pattern that you want on Ravelry and with your Ravelry username so that I can go in and gift it to you. It's just our way of saying thank you so much for being a subscriber. We really appreciate it. We'll see you in about, well, actually, we'll see you in less than half an hour.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay, let's spin, you guys. That's a crazy idea, right? Okay, let's see what we can do here. I gotta tell you that even though I haven't done a ton of spinning for the tour, it has reminded me how much I love spinning. So I know we've already been doing so much more of it since I got Bumble, and I gotta be honest, I don't know if I could go back to a normal wheel, a traditional wheel. I love them, they're beautiful. Maybe for plying, but there's just something about an electric wheel, how convenient it is, how quiet it is. I just love everything about Bumble. Oh, that's exciting! Yeah, message me on Discord and get it over to me. I love seeing what you guys order. It's really funny because sometimes you guys give me patterns that I fall in love with and then I have to order it twice. And TK's like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I hit the button on accident. I don't know what you're talking about. No, he's fine with it. There we go. So how's everybody's Friday night going? Any hot plans for the weekend? I heard Roxanne has a birthday. I am, let's see. I've got D&D this weekend, so I've got game this weekend. I've got the Patron-exclusive event tomorrow. Then I've got game with my friends on Saturday night and Sunday. And I think they're going to take me... They want to go see the Haunted Mansion movie. And my DM and my pal, his wife, they have movie passes, so they get a ton of points all the time. So they're just going to... They're like, we've got you for your movie ticket. We'll just use points for it. So... I've never been to Disneyland, so the whole Haunted Mansion thing, it doesn't appeal to me the way it does to a lot of other people, but it looks like a cute movie. I'm just really surprised that they released it now instead of, you know, in September or October. It seemed like a strange time to release it. Ooh, that's not... Cassandra, do they already have their stuff out? 12-hour day tomorrow and a 9-hour day on Sunday. Emily, I'm so sorry. I hope you get overtime for that at least. Oh my gosh, Knit Cat, that's really exciting. How do you like it so far? You're starting your second Hobbiton sock this weekend. Carmen, you are so ahead of it. I need to get your guys' finished projects up for the make-along. There's a fair amount of people who have finished their socks, so I definitely need to get that up. Killing's worth it. That's very practical of you. I should get some whips done too. TK and I were just having that conversation today. What did I see? Oh, okay. So I know a lot of you haven't seen the Barbie movie. I know a lot of you have no desire to see the Barbie movie. But you guys have seen previews and stuff for it. So I'm not giving anything away if I tell you that they make puns out of Ken's name all the time, right? So Kenuff is one of the puns. And there is I saw a pillow, a crochet pattern for a pillow that says, I'm Kenuff on it. And I really want to make one. And TK looked at me. He's like, no. I said, why? He's like, you have so many projects you need to finish. He's like, why don't you finish your Highland cow before you start a pillow? And I was like, I don't want to. I don't want to do that. I want to start a new project. But he's right. I need to finish up some of my projects. So Killing's worth it. That's a good idea. The 1 year you already have everything. Oh my gosh, that's so exciting. I know a lot of the Joanne and Michaels have already got their stuff out. I need to head over to Michaels. I love their Halloween stuff. It's always so great. And to go camping. Tomorrow's your boyfriend's birthday, Ashley. You're going to celebrate on FaceTime so you don't get him sick. Oh, well, that's sweet. I'm sorry you're not feeling well, though. You're doing fine when you're not dropping it on the floor. Well, it is a drop spindle. A knit vary of the Kenuff. Yeah, there's cross stitch. Like, I want to do it all, and I want to do it in obnoxious colors. I tried to buy TK a shirt that had that on it, and he's like, I won't wear that. He's like, it's not my vibe. I was like, but if I buy it for you, I can wear it. You see, everybody forgot about the cow. Poor Connor. How many knit and crochet projects do I have going right now? Okay, so we've got the socks. I've got my sweater, my Le Pouf sweater. I've got my cow. Somewhere I have a shrug that's been sitting in a box for about 8 years, if that counts. So that's 1, 2, 3. I have 2 Cthulhus that I haven't finished. That's 4, 5. I have a blanket that I need to figure out the edging on. That's 6. I have my scrappy blanket. That's 7. What else do we have? We have the mesh over top piece in mohair. That's 8. This is embarrassing. Somewhere I thought there was another. I have to think now for a second. It might be. 8 might be it. It might be 8. If you type exclamation mark Discord, Steffi, it'll pop right out. TK, I think you need to see this movie before you decide what you are. Listen, there's so many versions of Ken. I'm sure you'll find your inner Ken somewhere. I mean, Doctor Who is a freaking Ken. Come on. It's a lot. It's a lot. Is it 9? Did I come up to 9? Oops. I'm sure there's more too. I just can't think of them at the moment. I'm looking around to see if anything's just hanging out. Oh, there's a Stephen West shawl in there somewhere too. So that's 10. Technically, I have a pair of hand-spun fingerless gloves I was making for TK. I got through one of them, so that's 11. Oh, and then there's a sweater that I haven't started that sweater, so I won't count that one. I have a sweater that I was supposed to make for my mom, for a friend of my mother's. But I'm not going to count that because I haven't actually started that one. You have a bunch hiding in your closet, right? That's what happens. Okay, let's see here. And the kicker is like the Le Pouf sweater as an example. It's basically done. I need to do the last section right here and the cuff on it. I just haven't picked it back up yet. The Le Pouf. No, I finally found my gray ball of yarn for it. And it's out in the living room waiting for me to pick it back up again. And I'm just like, meh. We all have a few whips. Hi, Marie. No worries. You're never late. I think every person should have a Stephen West shawl languishing somewhere. It's important. So let's say 11. I'm sure there's more in there somewhere. Technically, there was a Superman somewhere, but I scrapped that one. I didn't like the pattern, or I didn't like the yarn I was using. I don't remember. The Cthulhu's, I don't know if they'll ever get finished because I don't know if I still have all the pieces. This is what happens. My poor little ADHD brain just goes, ah. No, Yarn Pirate, you'll get through it eventually. You'll get through it eventually. And I have a baby shower coming up, like in a week and a half. I should quickly make something for it. Haven't done that, but you know, baby stuff is tiny. I could whip something out pretty fast. I just got to pick out a pattern and do it real quickly. It's almost as large as the Stephen West shawl. How amazing is it though that you have to say that it's almost as large as a Stephen West shawl? The fact that a Stephen West shawl can be compared to a Doctor Who scarf blows my mind. Wonderful, Steffi. I'm so glad. We'll get that over to you tonight. There's a few. I am crazy that I have 6, 1 crochet, 5 knit. One of the knits is on hold until I finish the yarn. I need to finish the sweater. Fair. Ooh. Emily, I don't know if I know the Boneyard shawl. I'll have to look it up. I just get so excited when I see projects. I'm like, oh, these are beautiful. I want to make them. Technically, my dragon isn't finished either, so I guess that's 12, but I think I consider him good enough. He's a secret giant. I think you're probably right. But to your credit, it ended up being 12 by 13 feet. So let's just give you guys a quick reminder. We have the show tonight. We have a patron-exclusive event tomorrow. If you're not a patron and you want to be part of the Fleece to Finish project, we're working on weaving tomorrow. And that's going to start at 11 a.m. Pacific time. If you want to join, you can head over to patreon.com/bosskitty. It's going to be interesting. I have warped my loom, but I'm having a really hard time with the tension. I'm having a super hard time getting the tension even across the board. I used a paper bag for the warping, and I'm regretting this choice because the paper bag is not flat. I think it'll be fine. It might be a little wonky, but it's my first time weaving, so we'll just see how it goes. TK's like, just put different paper in. I'm like, I can't. I've already warped it. Like, I can't take it out. It is what it is. So yeah, I hope we'll probably fiddle with that a little bit to try to get the tension a little bit better, and then we'll start weaving. It'll be interesting for sure. Doing the Stitch and Scream 100 Days to Halloween blanket and a cardigan whip. Nice. So yeah, we've got the Patron-exclusive event tomorrow. TK is going to do a Discord event for our members, I believe, and our patrons tomorrow night. So he's going to do an Omnivoyer event, and that is where you guys get to hang out and watch people being crazy at bars or crazy in the streets. You just get to people watch. You're Omnivoyering with him. I don't know what time that's going to start, but he's in here so he can let us know. And I do believe that that is for YouTube members and Patreons. Or patrons. I don't know why I keep saying Patreons. You guys are patrons. Okay, so we're going to slide this over like so. I'm afraid of the brioche ones. Brioche is not terrible in the round, but it can be a lot. And some of his do have brioche in them. Once you get the hang of it, though, it's so much fun. I can drop it, wind it to the front, warp, then replace the paper and roll it back on. Okay, so we might do that on the show then. That makes sense. That definitely makes sense. The other problem is I bought actual warping yarn, which is cotton. I think it's cotton and nylon or something. So after buying that, they're like, we don't recommend you start with cotton because it has no give, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, great. Well, too late for that. So yeah, I'm having a hard time getting my tension to stay nice and taut for everything. So we'll try to change out the paper. I have some packing paper that I think I can iron so it's all flat and hopefully use that. We'll see how it goes. We're going to make it happen, you guys. Peg, warp, wrap, the part you wind on. I knew what you meant as soon as I said it out loud. There you go. Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific time, Discord channel, hashtag BKTV for channel members and patrons. There you go. And I believe that that's channel members at any level. You can be at the 99-cent level or you can be at the $1.99 level. And patrons obviously are included. Okay, I need some water, you guys. I love brioche in the round too. It's so pretty and it's so easy to do. The hardest part about brioche is when you make a mistake, being able to drop down and fix that mistake. Rules, schmools, who needs them? It's funny because everything I keep reading about weaving, they're like, you have to measure out how much warp you need before you start. And I'm like, I don't know how much warp I need. There's no pattern to this. I am literally just taking the Shetland that we have dyed and I'm weaving with it until we have no more. Then I'm going to put it on my wall and proudly display it as baby's first weave. Baby's first weave. So that's my plan. But I will say that the warping peg and the clamps and everything that I ordered, they helped tremendously. Is in neutral position. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. So towards the back. It's not in working position, if you will. I don't think, at least. So we'll see. No pattern, only vibes. Exactly. None of that. I'm sure eventually I will tread out into pattern land for weaving, but today is not that day. And tomorrow is not that day. Well, maybe we'll do a brioche class. We've been talking about doing Zoom classes, right? Maybe brioche will be one of those classes. I just have to figure out the logistics for it, because with a class, normally I can see people's work. So I think what would have to happen is people would have to have a camera so that I could see their work while they're doing it. And the idea there would be that you would want the camera to be overhead like this camera is, preferably so that when you're trying to do what you're trying to do, I can see you doing it. I mean, we could still try to do lessons as well without that. You would just show me your work on a face camera after. So I would say, this is how you do the knit stitch, blah, 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 blah. And I would show it to you and I'd be like, go ahead and make a row of knit stitches, and everybody would make them. And then we would go through each person's knit stitches and you would show it to me. That would be one way to do that. So that is certainly an option. Ooh, you know what? I haven't spun since I hurt my shoulder and this is not feeling great. It's not the best, you guys. It's not the best. Have you done the spreading of the warp with extra yarn? No. I have no idea what you're talking about right now. Nope. I've just got it on there. And I've got the up pieces and the down pieces separated, kind of. And then, you know, I've got the inches and everything's tied off where it belongs. And yeah. And they were like, some people do surgeon's knots. We just do bows. But those bows, fuck those bows, because those bows just keep loosening up. It's the last thing before weaving. See, JK, you're going to be here tomorrow, right? Like, you're going to be able to help me walk through this shit because I have no idea what I'm doing. We should do a few finish nights after the break. We'll probably have a couple whips that have been... I think that's a great idea. And we can have like show and tell where basically it has to be stuff that you're working on whip-wise. Or maybe it doesn't have to, but it's encouraged. How do you do your overhead camera rigged up, if you don't mind me asking? Ashley, that's a great idea. I can't show you a picture, obviously. We have a lot of stands with clamps on them. I don't remember the technical term for what type of fancy-ass stands we have, but the ones we got are actually kind of pretty fancy. And so you can have stands, and then you can have a rod that goes across the stands, right? And then another rod that comes out from it, like an arm. And so we've got basically a structure above my laptop, or my laptops, my monitors that the lights sit on, and then I have an arm that comes out, and my camera hangs off that arm. So the camera is right here, and it just points down, and as you can see, I can take it and I can zoom out, and I can zoom in with it, and I can kind of mess with it this way as well, but it gets to be a pain in the butt. We've always had some type of overhead camera that we've used since we were on Twitch, even though back then, now we've got a mirrorless Sony. Back then we had one of the little web cameras that I don't remember the name of. And it was kind of clamped the same way, although we had it clamped to a bookshelf and coming out instead. It's a little obnoxious because my hands and my head would hit it all the time. So this is really nice too, because it's not connected to the table any longer, which means if I shake the table, this doesn't necessarily shake. The table will shake, but that piece stays in place, which is nice. It's really nice. It's at 11 a.m. Pacific time. When you get into the technicals of the camera and you forgot if you flipped the project you're working on. Exactly, right? That part will help with time attention. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. Because everybody's like, you just got to get here, and now the tension's great and perfect. And I'm like, no, it's not. Shut your mouth. I hate you. I'm a terrible student, if you haven't noticed. Where'd you come from, you little nubby? We don't want you around here. Uh-oh. Is my camera, or is my mic being weird? Look, watch. It's really close to my mouth. If I get it much closer and I make that face, then it hits it and it rubs. Let's check our batteries real quickly. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I checked it before the show and it said it had a full amount. There's a pack of batteries in here. I left them in here on purpose. Did you use them during craft hole? Oh, they're right there. I see them. We're going to change out the batteries on the mic real quickly, guys. Then we're going to order batteries. Okay, yeah, let's go ahead and mute. Oh my gosh. Home, be safe. Listen. Okay. Holy shit, Emily. Go home. Be safe. please find some way to get onto Discord or something and let us know you got home safely so that we're not all worried. But number one, above all else, just please be safe. Oh, you guys guess what time it is? It is time for the Wheel Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Let's head on over and see what's going on. TK, can you please click into that chat box right there? Please, right there. Thank you. Let's see who our winner is, TK. Hey, look, you're the winner. That's not allowed, TK. You're not allowed to be the winner. Oh, it's too good. Good, yeah, just be careful. Draka, congratulations. You're our second contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. What? Let's head over to the wheel.
Bye.
No, not bye. Come back here. There it is. You guys, we've gone over this wheel. I'm not going to go over it again. It's got some good shit. It's got some bad shit. Let's spin it. Draka, Draka, Draka. That is Yarn Tarot. What?
Congratulations, you're a winner.
You are a winner. That's very exciting. Wheel, I'll see you in half an hour. Goodbye. Okay, Draka, you know how this works. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to shuffle some cards. And I'm going to focus on how awesome you are and how great it is to have you in this community. And yeah, I need you to just focus on your life and any questions that you might have. If there's anything in your life that you're wondering about right now, this is a great time to put that energy forward. And we'll see what happens. Everybody loves Yarn Tarot so much. I get really nervous when I do Yarn Tarot. I don't want to give bad advice. Okay. These cards are shuffling really nicely tonight. One more time. Okay, I think that's it. It's not always a great card. Not a bad card necessarily, but it's not a great card all the time. Let's see here. Down here, go to the major arcana. Are they all the way down at the bottom? They are. Where is it? There it is. Okay. So, everybody's always afraid of the Tower card. So, the Tower card can mean self-destruction. It can mean upheaval, chaos, mistruths, illusions, blatant lies, so on and so forth. However, it can also mean that those things are a possibility. How do I explain this? They're not necessarily a bad thing. Here it is, right here. Thankfully, it doesn't always associate with pain and turmoil. If you are highly aware and in tune with your inner guidance, then this tarot card can indicate a spiritual awakening or revelation. Basically, what it's trying to say is to be very aware of your surroundings emotionally, spiritually, personally, outwardly, and make sure that if you see cracks or red flags and stuff, that you question those things and you talk about them and you really look at them instead of just shrugging them off, so that you don't end up in chaos and upheaval and turmoil. It can certainly be avoided, and you come out stronger on the other side for it. That is what... There's a lot that can happen with the Tower, but I have always taken it more as a be very aware of whatever it is that you're going through right now, so that you don't end up in that situation. I've always taken it more as a warning card and not as a, oh my gosh, the world is going to end type of thing. So yeah, it's definitely a strong card. It's certainly one of the darker cards in the deck. Can't believe I'm laughing at this. I love this version of the card because they're like, oh no, our yarn. They're both upside down with their hands up and their yarn is falling everywhere. That's certainly chaos for me. Crowtarot.com. Yeah? Now I need it too. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in your life right now, Draka, but for sure, whatever it is, if it's big or small, just make sure that you are self-aware and looking at everything around you and not ignoring those red flags, not ignoring those things that kick you in the gut because they're important. And you should trust yourself in that scenario. What am I doing? It's time to stretch, you guys. Oh, no, not Chantel. Ignore that. Ignore that. Ignore that.
Yay! It's time to stretch.
There we go. Oops-a-daisy. Chaos. My own personal little tower right there. Okay. Let's go ahead and just roll our shoulders a little bit, kind of loosen them up. My shoulders have been really tight lately. Yeah, don't be paranoid. Just trust yourself. Because that can go either way too. You know, the old adage that, you know, if you know too much about something, then the idea that if people can tell the future and they tell you your future, that can you change the future and screw yourself up by knowing about it and trying to avoid it or trying to make it happen. So just trust your gut. Trust those feelings that you get about stuff. If something seems like a bad idea, it's probably a bad idea. Okay, we're going to bring one hand across like so. Really stretch it. Oh my gosh. And while you're doing that, you can actually turn your neck and reach out to your shoulder, or to your shoulder there. And get a stretch in your neck as well. Okay, and we're going to release. And we're going to go the other way. And I'm just going to reach. Oh my gosh, everything is so tight. And release. Whew. Okay. And bring our hand forward. Pull on. Maybe time to pick up my tarot, cross stitch back up, and meditate. I think that that's a great idea, actually. Oh, now I want to see your tarot cross stitch. I want to do a tarot cross stitch. See? Picking up whips again. Can't help myself. And then the other one. Just like so. And just roll your wrists. I'm going to bring one hand forward. That's what he said. Just push down on the top of it. And now we'll do the other one. I know, right, Melanie? Whew. It hurts tonight. Like, seriously, all the movement has just not been great lately. But I have to do it. I have to stretch. I have to get those parts of my body, get blood flow to them, or they're just going to seize up. Your tarot cards just fell over. Like, why don't you use me? Use them. They're trying to talk to you. They're telling you to use them. I don't use mine nearly as often as I used to, and I should get back into it. It's very cathartic. It's eye-opening in a lot of ways. It's interesting because I know a lot of people don't believe in those types of mediums, and that's fine. Even if you don't believe in it, I think there's some truth in it because cards especially, even more than runes, there is so much that you can incorporate and take from one single card that whatever it is your subconscious is trying to tell you, that's what's gonna come out in that card for you. I mean, it can be spun any way that it needs to be spun. So subconsciously, especially if subconsciously you already know the answer to whatever it is that you're asking, when you're using cards, generally that'll come forth because it's already there in the back of your mind. Okay, let's go to our workspace. Spread those hands out, just like so. We're gonna rotate our fingers. You're so sassy. You pick your nose with your big toe. That's a very impressive thing to be able to do. That takes a lot of stretching. I mean, you got to stretch your nostril. You got to stretch your leg. There's so much going on there, Michael. You're home safe and sound. Luckily, I live within 2 miles of the shop. Okay, good. I feel better. I was very nervous. I hope everything at the shop is okay. Just be safe. Do our ring fingers and our pinky fingers. I'm in a yacht. I'm so sorry. I'm just so relaxed right now. And then we're going to go the other way. And we're going to shake it out. And we're going to get back to our spinning. Boop. There we go. Looks great. Ah, that was not my intent. This BFL is so sticky that, yeah, it takes a lot for you to lose your piece. Watch, I'm going to end up losing it now that I said that. I love a good storm, but you'd rather be home during it. Yeah, for sure. That's how I feel about them. Like snowstorms especially. I'm all about a rainstorm, thunderstorm, snowstorm. As long as I'm cuddled up at home watching it. I've got a window open so I can smell it in the air. Oh, it sounds so nice. We love you. You're part of the family. I need to get the Oliver song on here. Consider us. Like, I've got this. I need a little clip of that, too. These are all things that I will have when we come back. Excellent. Yes. You're trying to get yourself sleeves and a shrug top and cotton yarn to wear with a white tank top. Very nervous about how it's going to look on your chunky 40-year-old body. My body's a chunky 40-year-old body, too. I think it's going to look excellent. I will say that cotton tends to drape differently. It stretches out and then doesn't hold shape sometimes. So keep that in mind when you're making it. If you're afraid it's going to be too small, just remember that cotton does tend to stretch out and get bigger. So you will be surprised. And snow is when you're drifting in an empty parking lot. Yeah, I'm not a fan of driving in snow. I'm not good at it. So it's funny. People who live in Oregon, we don't drive in snow. It's not a thing that we do. Especially, let me change this statement. People who live in the metro parts of Oregon, such as Salem and Portland, like that area, the Willamette Valley, we don't really get snow, or we didn't get snow before, and so we never really learned how to drive in it. And even if we did, our roads don't get iced because it's never been a thing that had to happen in the past. And Portland especially has some of the hilliest roads. I mean, there's a whole place called the West Hills. So the roads aren't made for people to try to drive on snow. So when people from other states move here and they get so snotty about it and they're like, I don't understand why none of you can drive in snow. Well, there's a lot going on there. No, we can't drive in snow. We can drive in really shitty ass rain. I mean, that's a thing. But snow, not so much. More so, people who insist that they can drive during an ice storm peeve me like nobody's business. People who insist that you should have to come into work during an ice storm can suck it, quite frankly. Nobody can drive on ice. Ice is ice. It is a thick layer of ice, and we get a lot of that in Oregon. We get a lot of freezing rain. So you end up with a sheet of ice across everything. You can't drive on that. You slide on that. That's what you do. And you pray that you don't slide into something and that something doesn't slide into you. That's why I stopped. I was like, JK's here. She's going to say that's a bunch of lies. And she's right. There are parts of Oregon that get serious snow. Portland Metro, Salem, the coast, not so much. But Central Oregon, Eastern Oregon, yeah, they definitely get snow. The Dalles gets a ton of snow. But you know what happens when my in-laws get snow? They go, don't come out here, there's snow. We'll see you next year. Carrying on, and you live in a place where like you have snow on the reg, so that makes sense. And your roads are made for it. And by made for it, I mean they're probably a little flatter, a little wider. You guys probably salt your streets when it snows. You have plows out for it. Like that's we're getting better about it because as the weather has changed severely, we've had more and more snowstorms. So that's changing, but it takes time. When it's bad, it's bad. Nobody should drive on it. Yeah, exactly. Don't prove to me that you're an awesome person who can drive on ice, because you're a lucky person if you successfully drive on ice. I remember when we moved to Kaiser, like the day I moved, so I used to work in Portland and live in Kaiser, and it's a 45-minute drive. I would say it's about a 50 or 60 mile difference, and most of it's freeway. But the first day I worked in Portland and then was driving to our new home, we had a huge snowstorm in Portland. It hit around 3 in the afternoon. Nobody was expecting it, and so you guys get a story. And so they didn't let you out before it hit. Like, they let you out of work as it hit. So it took me 8 hours almost to get home that night. At one point I was on the freeway just knitting because I wasn't moving. But it was terrifying because the whole freeway was covered in snow. At one point there were 2 semis that had slid and were like horizontally blocking off the freeway, and everybody had to kind of weave through the 2 of them like Mad Max style. And yeah, it was terrifying. But what happened was that the snow in Portland did not stop. So Portland got a foot of snow that year during that storm. And they had not had a foot of snow since before I was born, honestly. And so I ended up not being able to go to work for almost a week and a half because of it. And at one point they really pushed for me to try to come in, and so I did, and it was fine on the freeway. The freeway was clear. The moment you got off the freeway, nothing had been plowed, including the parking lot where I worked. Like, they didn't bother to have it plowed. I'm not sure how they expected me to get into the parking lot. So I get off the freeway and I literally slide past my work, turn back around, get into a little safe spot, call my boss. I'm like, I'm not coming in. I can't make it. Hung up and went straight back home on the freeway because I was like, there's no way. There's no way I'm going to try to get out of this later. And there's certainly no way I'm going to try to park in this. So, yeah. You gotta have those boundaries, right? Your safety is important. Pretty good at plowing and salting, but it still makes you nervous, for sure. Fancy grooves in the road to prevent water gathering and icing from snowmelt, and heated highways in some places. Oh, yeah, which is great. I call your kids into school and stay home. They can hit on the attendance. I don't care. Yeah, exactly. It's their safety is more important. I agree. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Like, I've had bosses that have tried to make me feel bad about it, and there were times in my life where they totally did. And then you just get to a point where it's like, nope, I'm sorry. The value of my life is not less than you making an extra buck this day. Okay, we're gonna move this down just a little bit. Finally figured out how to get the fiber to stay on your Turkish spindle. Go you indeed, that's exciting. There better be pictures and show and tell of that spindle. I gotta tell you, that's been my favorite part of the tour this year, is how many people in this community have become inspired to either try spinning or have been inspired to pick their spinning back up. And I hope that that doesn't stop just because the Tour de Fleece is done. You know, I'm excited to drop the drop spindle kits, no pun intended, and to release some fiber for you guys this winter. Like, I'm really excited about all of this. Oh, it sucketh so bad, KnitCat. You get snow days a lot here, and our snow removal teams start at 3 a.m. so they can get things clear so when we get in. Yeah, and that's important, carrying on. They tried to tell me, they're like, well, we can't get anybody to plow the parking lot, so if you park down the street at such and such, this person will come pick you up. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to park in some random parking lot and hope my car doesn't get hit, and then hope that they're still there when I leave that evening so that I don't have to walk all the way down there. That's dumb. What big announcement Monday night? Oh, do you want me to talk about that? Or do you want me to reveal it on Monday? Okay, yeah, I can do that. So TK came in and reminded me, we have a big announcement on Monday night. Monday is our final show until our before our 6-week hiatus, right? And we're also dropping a super secret item for everybody. So on Tuesday, we will be dropping a product exclusively for our patrons, and our patrons will have it for 2 weeks exclusively. So that means I think on the 15th, I think is when it's either the 15th or the 18th. I have to talk to TK that it'll be released to the public. But we will reveal what that product is on Monday's show on the 31st. So the patrons are ready to pick it up. And then the first 48 hours, so on the 1st and the 2nd, when it's first released, you guys will get 10% off on it, patrons. Oh, Mary, I'm glad you're home. Isn't a drop spindle? That's a good guess, too. Ooh, that's a very good guess. I like that guess. Got a foot plus some storms, and our plows are out all night. It's insane. Yeah, cheers to those plow drivers, right? Like, they are amazing. I don't know how they do it. But if you want in on the early release and discount of this product, make sure you head over to patreon.com/bosskitty to sign up. That means you'll be able to get in on the Fleece to Finish project tomorrow as well, which goes live at 11 a.m. Pacific time. Or you can wait till Monday to see what the product is and then be like, holy hot damn, I need that, and then go sign up. It's totally up to you. I have a few other announcements that we'll make on Monday as well, since we'll be taking that 6-week hiatus. We have a few things that we want to do to keep you guys, you know, involved in the Boss Kitty community while we're gone. We're going to have shorts. We'll have messages for our members and patron content. And we'll still have stuff in Discord. So there's still definitely going to be some interaction going on. We don't want you guys to think that we have forgotten you. You're guessing dyed fiber. Ooh, Emily, that's a good guess too. Love it. So far the guesses I have are dyed fiber, drop spindles. I think Ginger guessed BKDK weight kitty glitter. BKDK weight kitty glitter line, I think was what Ginger's guess was. These are some great ideas though. Perfect. Love it. I was worried. I was like, I'm going to get through all this fiber and have nothing left to do tonight. And it's not even going to happen. We'll come close. BK sweatshirts. Oh, I mean, yeah, that could totally be what it is. You have no idea how long I've been begging for a hoodie. Like, so long now. It's hard to find a company whose product we enjoy and we think is durable and good, right? Doesn't cost an arm and a leg, that type of thing. Because in most of those situations, we get very little of the income that comes from those, which is fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We don't generally ship it out. Somebody else creates it. It's just our logo on something. But when it's just your logo on something, the other problem is that there's they limit what you can do with your imagination, right? And we're very imaginative folks around here. BK mug, I like that one. That's good. All the BK sweatshirts, I would wear them every day. Unisexy sweaters for the win. I do need to make I need to make a pattern that says unisexy. I just need to make a sweater pattern that says unisexy on it. Or just a unisexy pattern. Like, it can be washcloths, it can be sweaters, it can be crop tops, everything. It's my version of Knuff. Unisexy. Make bank off that. I'll probably do it too. I should actually put my head down and do that one. New coffee mug. It's been a hot minute since we've had a coffee mug. That is a very true statement. So what I'm hearing from all of you is that you desire swag. Yes? Needles or hooks, bags. I love it. See, this is the brilliant thing about making you guys the softest, coziest sweater with cat ears. Having you guys guess is it gives me an idea of shit that you guys want to actually see from us too. So manipulative. Trixie, Trixie. Listen, if a BK hoodie is not manifested at some near future point, I will toddler tantrum. Me too, Emily. Me too. We want the merch. Advent calendar. If I was going to do an advent calendar, we would have talked about that at the beginning of the summer. I do at some point in time want to do some form of an advent calendar for winter solstice. I think that would be really neat. Or I've also thought about doing one just for the Wheel of the Year. Each of the major holidays. That would be more like a yarn club type thing, though, I would think, because it would be ongoing throughout the whole entire year. Absolutely need all the swag. Well, if we don't drop a hoodie on Monday, or on Tuesday rather, then I will talk to TK about looking into doing hoodies and merch for everybody. Maybe that's something we can talk about doing when we come, like having when we come back. Be a great thing to come back with. Like I said, it's just finding a good company. So that example that you gave of hoodies with ears on them, you gotta find a company that makes them and makes them decently. And then the other problem is finding a company that is size inclusive, because I absolutely refuse to use company that doesn't go past an XL, because frankly, I like my hoodie to be nice and big and lovely, and I don't want to have people who can't have their swag. That's shitty, and there's no reason for it. I agree, Rat. I've been dreaming about that one for a long time. We'll have to see how it goes. This year has been so chaotic because of the move. Like, it's so funny because we decided on a whim to just jump back into the housing market, right? Like, and it happened so fast, and then I figured, oh, we'll just bounce back. It won't be a big deal. And we have, and it's been great, but it's also buying a house is traumatic, and it's traumatic after you've done it too, because there's so much going on. It's not a bad trauma. It's a good trauma, but it is like when you have to fill out paperwork for mental health at your doctor's office, one of the things on there under, have you had a traumatic experience this year? You know, it says, have you had a death in the family? Have you been divorced? Have you gotten married? Have you moved? Have you purchased or sold your house? Like, they're considered big, stressful events. So he can enjoy the sweater too. Exactly. Borean wants a cat pouch of good size in it. BK Beanie, I like that. Carmen, absolutely. Sock sets, a tweed BFL base, new colorways. Guys, these are good. These are good ideas. These are really, really good ideas. We do have new colorways coming soon. Coming soon to a store near you. One knit, one crochet. I could crochet hooked. Box sets colorways re-released. Oh my gosh, it's gonna happen. There's a few that are gonna be released permanently. Not the full box sets, just colorways out of. I want colorways out of each box set to be permanent colors that we have. And we already have that with the Wild Mount series. So we have Buttons and Bravery, right? And then we have that for, what else do we have that for? We have that for the Golden Girls set, the Stay Golden set. We have Tales from St. Olaf. We do not have anything from the Storytime box set, and everything in there was multicolor stuff. So if we do that, which we will, it'll probably be the Rainbow Bright color, and it's going to be recreated because we don't do multicolors the same way anymore. There's the Splatter set. I'd have to go back through and look at that one. That one's rough because the colors were a lot of fun, but I don't know if any of them would be something that I would want full-time on the shop. But maybe there'd be one or two there. What else? Storytime box set has a ton. I loved our Some Pig colorway. I loved Wild Rumpus. Like, there were some really good ones in that one. Both the Kitty Glitter colorways, the Willy Wonka one and the Little Prince, were just beautiful. Clearly, let's see, the Rocky Horror box set. I know everybody really liked the Frankenfurter color. I kind of dug the Transylvanian colorway that we did. I thought it was a lot of fun. The black and white with the confetti all over it. Let's see what else. We've got the 8-bit box set. I think that's my least favorite box set, honestly. So I'd have to really look at that one to see what we would do. The Zelda color was really pretty. There were a few decent ones in there. And then, of course, the Toil and Trouble set is one of my favorite sets we've done. That one and the Doctor Who set are my two favorites. There's a ton of colors in there. I would want the Come We Fly color. I would want Kiki color. Like, there's so many colors in there that were just so good. And then same with the Doctor Who sets. There were so many good colors that I could just be like, this one and this one and this one. Gandalf's colors, that's right. I totally we have the Lord of the Rings set, the Middle Earth set. The Gandalf colors were pretty freaking great. Our Gandalf colorway was pretty great, but we do have which do we still have for that? We still have Mithril is what we kept from that set. What were you like yep for? What are you talking about? Yep, what? Because I didn't remember it. I loved it. Toil and Trouble, you need it. The Toil and Trouble set was epic. And my favorite part about it was that it came in two options. You could have the one that was the cat's cradle stuff, and then the one kitty glitter colorway, and it was called the Basic Witch set, because you're a basic witch. And then there was the one that was all the colors were in kitty glitter, and that was the Extra Witch set. And they were amazing. And then there was a Patron-exclusive colorway. Oh, it was so good. It was just perfection in a box set. I don't think I've ever been so proud. It was perfection, yes. As part of the community for the Golden Girls ones. The Golden Girl ones, the Stay Golden set, more than anything, because that was all 4 kitty glitter colorways. More than anything, the label on those were great. And those we actually, so the Wild Mount set and the Stay Golden set, we released either before or right as we were starting the show. So those were more released in person at shows and things that we did than they were to our community. But I do know that a few of the Stay Golden sets got sold to Twitch viewers at that point in time. Not a lot of them, though. You do have the Toil and Trouble set. It's so good. Yeah, I feel you, for real. Oh my gosh, you guys, guess what time it is? TK is so funny. I love him. I love him so much. He goes, you missed the game. Oh, there it is. It's very cute. To custom the Rita Repulsa color for a sweater at some point. We had a hot, heated conversation about whether or not Rita was a witch or not. TK's like, she's not a witch. I'm like, she's a space witch. She is a witch. 100%. I'm proud of it. And now I'm looking for that sound. Hold on one second. Where the hell is it? I know it's in here somewhere. Damn it. There she is.
Magic wand! Make my monster grow!
You might have used part of the Kiki score in your wedding. Oh, it's so good. Okay, let's find out who our final contestant's going to be tonight. Oh, Yarn Pirate, that's so sweet. Rat, congratulations, you are our contestant. No, that is not what I pushed. It's not time for either of those things. Oh my gosh, I pushed the wrong buttons and everything exploded. I did this before once too. Hold on. There's that. Have some confetti. Whoopsie-daisies. Okay. Rat, I have a wheel, and I'm going to spin it for you. That's where we're going with this. Let's do this. Think it's going to be a dad joke? I hope it's a dad joke. Even if it's not, you get a dad joke. It's free shipping! What?
Congratulations, you're a winner!
You are a winner. So just message me on Discord and I'll get you that free shipping code. It's international and domestic, but I don't think that you're going to ask me to ship something to Sweden, so we're good. We'll get out of here. And as promised, my loves.
Bye.
Bye. Before we head off to show and tell, or to thank our patrons for being patrons, as promised, let me go ahead and get you this dad joke, because I did promise you a dad joke. Where's the sound? You guys have sound? You do. No, you don't. Well, son of a bitch. Well, whatever it was, it's funny. Okay, if you guys don't have sound for this, then I'll have TK come back in later and we'll figure out the sound and we will get you guys your dad joke. My apologies on that. What's going on? I don't even know. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can't. We're already past it, so we're not sure where the sound was. Oh, he's going to fix it so you guys can actually have it. It was pretty fun to watch without the sound, though. I made some faces. Yeah. But Papa BK is amazing in mime as well. Eight, which is not on there. None of those have been added to there. That's part of the problem. So I think I know what the problem is. No, they're under the wheel. I think I know what happened.
No, that's not.
Oh, wait.
Just give me a second.
He says just give him a second.
Bam!
I'm vamping. They're not on Stream Deck is the problem. I'm pretty sure those two that you guys that I have on here are ones we've already watched. So, Tech Kitty to the rescue every single time. So how is everybody? He told me to vamp. I just need one. Wow, we're really behind, like almost 30 seconds. It's good to know.
Well, no, you know what?
What? What? We went through all that and now we're not going to have it? Boo. Okay. So, unfortunately, it looks like we're not going to have one tonight. So, I'm going to find a dad joke for you guys. Give me one moment. It won't be Papa BK, but I will get you a dad joke. We'll do this old school style, kids. Are you ready? Okay. Why did Billy get fired from the banana factory? You wondering? Because he kept throwing away the bent ones. Ah, I get it, because a banana is bent all the time. It's never not bent. So if you throw away the bent ones, listen, there's always money in the banana stand. That's my dad joke for the night. I'm sure the ones that we have on the stream deck that will be back are much better, and I promise you guys one on Monday. So sorry about that. But thank you all for being subscribers. We really do appreciate it, and members. And thank you to our patrons as well. You were born ready. So our patrons go a little above and beyond. They are awesome Littermates over at patreon.com/bosskitty. They get cool stuff like tomorrow at 11 a.m. You guys get a Fleece to Finish project where you get to watch me weave or attempt to weave, probably cry a little bit. You guys get other little videos like me singing once we hit 75 patrons, when we're going to do a haiku. We're going to do a bunch of haikus from TK. The old dad jokes that you guys have already heard are supposed to be going up on Patreon here soon. And you get early releases to products such as whatever's being released on Tuesday, which I guarantee you guys are going to be really excited about, and discounts like Tuesday's discount. So if you've always been interested in being a patron but didn't know how to join, just head over to patreon.com/bosskitty. Sign up at any of the levels. They all have really cool stuff. Plus they have really neat names like Hazel's Heroes, Cult of Khan, and Gracie's Gang. Eventually someday we'll have a Zuzu one too. Who knows? So, thank you so much for being patrons. We really appreciate it, my Littermates. Okay. Now that those shenanigans are out of the way, somewhere in here is Discord. No, I don't want to switch. Why do you ask me that every single time? Like you think I'm going to change my mind. Oh my gosh, what is happening today? It's Friday, clearly. Okay, you guys ready? Let's do this for the third time. Shape of banana is dependent on where it is in relation to sunlight. Bottom of the tree are more bent, and the ones closer to the tree. Get out, Ashley. So he might not have been throwing them all away. Hey, hey, hey. Okay. Sandwich, the parts of the cushions for the kitty couch. Yes. I want to make a kitty couch so bad. This looks great. I love that you got it on a Spirit Halloween bag. So good. Crochet hooked, new yarn equals new whip. Yes, it does. So sweater in progress, cotton sleeve shrug for my freezing cold doctor's office, and Stinky Kirk, chicken nugget, and bacon bit napping. You have the best cat names. This is so gorgeous, and it already has cat and hair in it, as it should. I did not know the banana fact. Neither did I. Good night for peanut butter fudge cookies. Oh, that sounds delicious. This is the shrug you're talking about for the office. Very cute. I love your striped crochet hook, by the way. Look at these love muffins. Oh my goodness. I want to scritch all the bellies. Why do cats sleep in such cute positions? Sandwich. Quality control for cats. Love it. It's very important. Okay. Finished my space shuttle for my coworker. Congratulations. And the long looks like a hot dog or a penis. It looks amazing, by the way. You guys should come in here and see the detail. It's really cool. Number 2, got an Osiris Rex pin at work today. That's freaking awesome. The detail on it's fantastic. And it gets funnier every time I watch it. Oh my goodness. We're doing it one more time. Oh no, I hope the kitty's okay. Emma, my shiny cardigan is coming along. I love it. Those colors are excellent. F, front and back of my Winter Lights shawl. Loving the back and the rainbow floats. Oh my god, this is so stinking beautiful. I love rainbow shawls. I love rainbow anything. And I love when people do rainbows, but they're not traditional rainbow colors like this. It looks really great. And yeah, the floats are absolutely beautiful. Good job. You should be proud of those floats. Oh, he's fine. I'm glad to hear it. Whew. T, my English paper piece hexagon quilt top that I mentioned the other day has over 4,000 1-inch hexagons. Oh my god. That's gorgeous. Okay, you know what? You're going to get some confetti for this. That is beyond impressive. You had to stitch all of those together. You have so much more willpower than I do. I bet it's cozy too. Samantha has pictures of, I think this is the one we saw the other day. Very cool. In the dune buggy. I think they're dune buggies. I don't know what this is. Annie Lawrence. Looks like some music she likes. And a picture of her and her pals. Wonderful. Holy hexagon, Batman, right? 4 years. That's 1,000 hexagons a year. That's pretty impressive. Melanie, I dropped off 100 pairs of earrings to my local yarn shop for Yarn Crawl. Excellent. Congratulations, girl. That's exciting. I love the packaging on them, too. Steffi, when you get bored and decide to try something different, as you should, this is really awesome. So it looks like you're doing some type of top stitch in your crochet, or did you just add that in that section when you got to it? It's really nice. I love the little hearts. Also, you have the same hooks that I use. Michi, when your daughter's glasses come in, but your daughter isn't with you, so she asks you to model them for her. They look adorable on you, by the way. I need new glasses. I should be wearing them for knitting, and I'm not. That kid has a big head. Pick collage, monthly yarn from Thrice and Stitches, and a new project bag for my daughter's shopping trip to Five Below. She loves me. Happiness grows from within. That is a sweet bag. I love the stitch marker with the little mushroom on it. Oh, and this color is gorgeous. Also, their tag is really freaking cool. JK, it's TDF plying. You know it's a plump yarn when you cannot put 4 ounces on a 5-ounce bobbin. And then some pickle jar dyeing and general dyeing. I am not made to dye yarn. I kept using too much dye, and it killed my back. Thank goodness your yarn is amazing, and you're going to start selling fiber. Oh my god, this is beautiful though, JK. I gotta tell you, too much dye or not, these are gorgeous. I love this green olive color in the middle and the fiery stuff over here on the side. They're really, really beautiful. You did a great job. And look at those pickle jars. So cool. I never would have thought to use pickle jars. I know people do jar dyeing all the time, and I never think to do it. That's great. Carmen, a new block print design that I made with my new dress. Also, my first finished Hobbiton sock. This is beautiful. Oh my god. I love it so much. All your block prints are going to be gorgeous. I had a friend who used to do handmade block prints. He was really good at it too. I love pickles. I think she loves pickles too. Someone in our family does. And your Hobbiton sock looks divine, my dear. Oh my goodness gracious. What a nice... It was a quick show and tell, but that's okay. Because you guys had some really excellent stuff to show off. It's always exciting to see that. So, if you're a patron, we will be here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific time. We're going to be weaving, or attempting to weave. I'm very nervous. And then I'll be back here on Monday for our final show before the 6-week hiatus at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. We're not going to spin. What we're going to work on? We'll probably work on the socks. Maybe we'll work on a whip. I don't know. But we will... I do want to see everybody's finished spinning because, you know, it'll be the end of July. Oh my gosh, we're getting into August. My brain just can't even take that. And we'll also release this super secret product that we will be releasing early to... We'll tell you guys about the product we're going to release early to our patrons and the date that it'll be available to the public as well. Very exciting stuff. Hope you all have a wonderful night. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a wonderful weekend. And I can't wait to see all of your wonderful, beautiful names on my screen again on Monday. Have a great time. If it's your birthday this weekend, Roxanne, have a great birthday. If it's not your birthday, then act like it's your birthday because you deserve a birthday every day, kids. And as always, happy crafting. Good night, my loves.